Good morning. Let's do a lovely morning stretch together. We'll get started. Take a nice deep breath in and out and in and out. One more breath in. This time let's join the hands overhead. Stretch up to the ceiling or the sky. Up, 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 up. Lean over to one side, feeling a lovely stretch all the way down the side of your body and into your hip. And then come back up to center, reach back up to the ceiling, and slowly lean over to the other side, feeling a lovely stretch down the side of your body. Breathe in, breathe out, come on up, stretch up to the ceiling one more time, stretch, 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 and let your arms come down to your sides. Roll our shoulders back, set up our good posture position. Shoulders back, hips tucked under, your abs get pulled in automatically. And let's get started. So here we are, good posture position. We're going to take our chin, push it back into our skull, and tilt our head to one side of our body. Hold it there for a moment. And then allow your hand to come up and around the side of your head, putting gentle pressure on the side of your head so you feel a lovely stretch down your neck into the top of your shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out. Release your hand, allow your head to come back up to center. Reset your posture. Take your chin back into your skull. Tilt your head to the other shoulder. Hold it here for a moment. And reach your hand up and around to the side of your head. Do gentle pressure just above your ear so you feel a lovely stretch through this neck and top of your shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gently release your hand. Roll your shoulders back. Tuck your hips under. Take your chin, tuck it back into your skull. One more time. Gently take your chin straight down to our chest, keeping that chin tucked back into our skull. Hold it here for a moment. And this time take both of your hands straight out in front. Reach out and curl your hands around to the back of your head. Put gentle pressure on the back of your head. Keep that chin nice and tucked in. So you're feeling that stretch through the back of your neck and into your upper back. Gently release your hands. Slowly raising your hand up, keeping that chin tucked in, and then release your chin at the last second. Rolling your shoulders back, tucking your hips under. Let's move down to our shoulders. Taking one hand straight out in front and then across our body. We're going to grab our upper arm and give a tug, or you can give it a hug. Either way, you're going to avoid your elbow, grabbing your upper arm, relaxing the shoulder down, relax your entire arm. Just hold it there for a moment. Breathe in, breathe out, and release. Take both hands out nice and wide, stretching your hands back, pushing your chest forward. Breathe in, breathe out, release. Now we're going to take our other hand straight out in front and then across our body, grabbing onto our upper arm, giving that a tug, or you can give it a hug. Remember to avoid your elbow. Relax your shoulder down, relax your hand. This should feel good through your shoulder. And then gently release, taking both hands out nice and wide. This time, we're going to take our thumbs and point them to the back of the room, and our palms will face up towards the ceiling or sky. Push back, 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 press your chest out. This takes the stretch into the fronts of your arms and shoulders. And then relax and release your hands down. Reset your posture, rolling your shoulders back, tucking your hips under. And now we're going to work on our arms and hands. So take your arms straight out in front like you're holding a ball. tilt your hand down, and then fingertips on fingertips, we're going to put pressure on that hand, push down, take a deep breath in, and then rotate your thumb around in a circle, nice and slow, but as big as your thumb will allow today. And then change directions. Relax your thumb down, give that hand one more tug, release it back to neutral, and then flip it like a pancake. Give it a shake. We'll do fingertips on top of the back of your hand this time, not your fingers, your hand. And give it a tug, curling that wrist down, feeling a stretch through the top of the wrist and the top of the forearm. Breathe in and out. Gently release. Give it a shake, get some blood back in there. Take your other hand, put it straight out in front like you're holding a ball. Tilt your hand down, fingertips on top of fingertips. We're going to give those fingers a tug, pulling our hand so that we feel a lovely stretch through the underside of our wrist and underside of our forearm. Breathe in, breathe out. Start rotating that thumb nice and slow, but as big as you can today in one direction. And then the other direction. Relaxing the thumb down. Give it one more tug. Release the fingers. Come back to neutral. Flip the hand like a pancake. Give it a shake. Let's put our fingertips on the back of the hand, not fingers, hand. And just put some gentle pressure on that hand. We feel a stretch through the top of our wrist and forearm this time. And gently release. Give a shake. Let's work on our fingers. How wide can you stretch them? Nice and wide. Think about your thumb and your pinky. How wide apart can you make your thumb and your pinky get from each other? And then once you're as stretched as you can, think about your second and fourth finger. Stretch them out nice and wide. Stretch, 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 stretch. And then curl your fingers down like you're a cat. Rawr. Giving some nice pressure in those fingertips, and then stretch those fingers back out nice and wide. Stretch, 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 stretch. And then curl the fingers down like your cat. And then gently release into a nice soft fist. Soft. Rotate those wrists around in one direction and then the other direction. And now lace your fingers together. Let's flip those fingers inside out. So we're putting some pressure on those fingers. Straight down. Pulling back up, keeping them laced. Let's rotate the wrists one more time in one direction and the other direction. And relax your hands down, give them a shake. All right, resetting our posture. We're going to take our feet a little wider than hip distance. Going to take one foot, point it out at a 45-degree angle. Soften that leg. Put your hand on your thigh. Turn your face in the opposite direction. Straighten out your arm and lift it straight up and overhead, looking up to the sky, feeling a lovely stretch through the side of your body and down into your hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. And on the inhale, come on back up. Let's switch your feet. Take your other foot at about a 45-degree angle. Soften that knee. Hand on your thigh. Face in the opposite direction. Hand straight out. Lift it up. Look up towards the sky. And lean to the side, feeling that stretch all the way down the side of your body and into your hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. And on the next inhale, come back to center. Let's just twist our body around, back and forth. And then take our hips, we're going to rotate them around one direction and the other direction. All right. And now we get to take a seat. Have a sip of water if you'd like. Refreshing. Okay, we're sitting on the edge of our chair, sitting up nice and tall, still thinking about posture, rolling our shoulders back, tucking our hips under. Since we're moving on down, we're going to start with our hips. You have some options here. You can choose to put your ankle over your ankle, bring it somewhere up your shin, or rest it on top of your leg, but not on your kneecap. Avoid your kneecap. It's very gentle. So sit up nice and tall. Breathe in. Breathe out and put some gentle pressure on the inside of that bent knee. We're pushing it down towards the ground, sitting up nice and tall. Takes a stretch right into the outside of our hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. And gently release. We're going to give this bent leg a hug. So reach on through, lace your fingers, and give it a squeeze. A lovely stretch down the back of your leg and into your glute. And then rest your leg down. Let's do the other leg. Then cross ankle over ankle, or bring it somewhere up your shin, or on top of your knee, but not on your kneecap, above, right? Sitting up nice and tall, breathe in. And on the exhale, gently put some pressure on the inside of that bent knee. It takes the stretch right into the outside of this hip, the bent leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gently release. We're going to give this leg a hug. Reach on through, lace your fingers, and give it a squeeze. We love our little legs, don't we? Mwah! They're good legs. And then gently relax it down to the ground. Moving on to stretching out our quads. We have to put some pressure on our quads to stretch them. So we're going to turn to the side and allow our front leg to just drop down. The back leg is getting supported by our chair. If you have an arm on the chair, just make sure you're sitting way to the front of your seat. You're going to put some pressure down into the floor. Push, push, push down so this whole leg becomes nice and tight. Turn your body to the side, sit up nice and tall, and lean back. Once you feel tension, pause, and then tuck your hips under and squeeze those glutes. You will feel a lovely stretch right through that quad and hip. Breathe in, breathe out, and come on back up. Let's turn the other direction, allowing the chair to support your back leg. Your front leg is going to drop down and back. We're going to push down into the ground. This whole leg will become tight. Our body is facing the side. We're going to lean back. As soon as you feel some tension, pause, and then tuck your hip under and squeeze your glutes. Breathe in, breathe out. Gently sit on up. Woo, that's a good stretch. Now let's move to the undersides of our legs, our hamstrings. We're going to take both of our legs straight out in front of us. We're right on the edge of our seat. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to focus on our toes and pull them up towards our knees. Keep our legs so, so tight. Everything super, super tight. Pulling, pulling, sitting up tall. You may already feel a stretch right up the backs of your legs. But then what we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath in. Slowly start to lean forward. Keep those toes tight up. Keep your back nice and straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. And slowly sit back up. Okay. Sliding back in our chair. We get to take one leg. Sit nice and comfortable for this one. Rotate it around in one direction. Get some movement in that ankle for the morning. And then in the other direction. And point your toe, flex your foot, point and flex. Gently relax your leg down. Take the other leg, rotate it in one direction. Point your toe, flex your foot, point, flex. Relax that leg down. We've made it. Let's take a nice deep breath together. In and out. Breathe up. And come on down. Feels so good. One more breath up. This time, let's join our hands together. Bring our thumbs to forehead center and heart center. Namaste. Have a good day. Namaste. Have a good day. Bye.